Hey everybody, Matthew here from MiniWarGaming.com with Tony, better known as Lower Class Hero, at least in our circle. He is probably the top contributor on our Discord server to Ravaged. He is the creator of the army builder. He's the one that takes care of the points, so you can complain to him if they're off balance. And even is the one who created the Tabletop Simulator mod. So if you were all here, I'd have you all give a round of applause for Tony because he is a special character for Ravaged. And we're going to be doing some playtesting. So he's actually here for a week. I've already posted a video on the Ravaged YouTube channel. So you can go to youtube.com/@Ravaged. If I remember, I'll put it in the description too. And we're just going to be making behind the scenes videos and all sorts of stuff. But this is a battle report of Steel Specters versus Veil Touched. We're trying to finalize the beta rules, if that makes sense. Get them to a point where I'm like, okay, yeah, playtest the heck out of these so we can then iron out the last few kinks. But really, we're trying to get them to that place where I'm really happy with them and Tony's really happy with them. Because if we can accomplish that this week, then I'll feel really good. Because we do have the Kickstarter for Steel Specters coming up very soon. And so you can sign up to be notified of that. Or it's possible by the time you watch this video, it's already out. In which case, the link below will take you there as well. That'll allow you to actually get the physical Steel Specters, or you can still buy the STLs as well if you want to print them yourselves, even though we've already sold those before. And it helps to support us for Ravaged, because we need all the support we can get, because it's taking a little longer to get Ravaged out than we liked, which is slowing down how much revenue you can generate from it, which slows down capital generation, which slows down the production of everything, which I do not want. I want to be able to put so much more time into it. So if you want to help it out, then Ravaged or the Steel Specters Kickstarter, or just going and backing on the Game Found for Wave 1 and Wave 2 of the game itself. But we're just going to jump in. We're going to play Steel Specters versus Veil Touch. If you want to know the changes that were made to the rules, then go check out the video. I'll put the link below where we discuss what has changed there. But other than that, we're just going to jump in and play.
We play and call it work.
We're going to be playing scenario number 3, which is Vital Resources. Basically, it's one where you have 2 objective markers per 300 points. We're playing 600 points, so it's 4. And we roll off and you place them on the table back and forth. And then you get a point for controlling 1. You get a point for controlling more than half, which will be 3. But if you control one that's in your opponent's deployment zone, it's worth 2. And if you take one from your opponent, then it's worth an extra victory point. And so it incentivizes you not to put them in your deployment zone, but you can if you really want to, but you're giving away extra victory points. And of course, you get 2 extra victory points if you kill the most in a single round. We got Steel Specters here, plus a Dragonfly, which now has the transport rules. We'll be transporting some Telrathi Guardians, which I'm super excited about. Pretty much every unit in here has had some sort of rules change, as discussed in the other video. And Tony decided he wanted to bring Veil Touch because he's found that overall the Steel Specters struggle the most against Veil Touch. Is that right?
Yeah, I think that'll be their hardest matchup.
Yeah, so we can kind of stress test the new ideas that we had against something that they normally have a difficult time. So if they continue to have a difficult time, we know they have to be fine-tuned. And if they do really well, we know that maybe we overcorrected, whatever happens to be. It's just one game, so it's hardly going to tell us everything, but it should let us at least have that initial feel for whether we like them or not. One last plug, the ruins you see on here are from our new 3D printed set of terrain, the Ruins of Perdition. These are fully magnetized, so they collapse down, and you can build them like Lego however you want. Fully 3D printed. There's a frontier that we ran, so that's all STLs. We'll put a link below. And then eventually there will be a Kickstarter for these, for the physical prints as well, which I'll put a link below so that you can sign up for that if you are interested in putting your email address in so that you're notified more information about that. It's a very big set, much more than just ruins. But we just got the ruins printed so far, so we're going to show them off here. We got all our tokens in that bag, thankfully donated to us by Baron of Dice at the last Adepticon when we forgot to bring up dice bags for the playtest day or for the demoing. So thank you, Baron of Dice. So go ahead and draw our first token there, Tony. What do we got? What do we got? I'm purple, or you're purple, and I'm green. So, oh, that's a Veil Touch Commander.
All right, so the Vice Lord is going to move up 8 inches.
That's his first action, or her first action. And for the second action?
I could run the Vice Lord, but I'm not going to. I don't want her to get that far because she needs to stay in range of the cultists.
Okay. Second activation. First round is more positioning, but there. Yep. Oh wait, stop. Let's step back. We got scout moves. I always forget to do my scout moves. So these have scout. And then one of the new rules we have is that the Eclipse Enforcer, she's able to, at the beginning of the game, hand out Scout to one core unit, which is going to be the Bladeburn Raiders, and she has Scout as well. So they're all going to move up. So there's our new positioning. Did you want to change your positioning of the Vice Lord at all?
No, she's good there.
Okay. Next draw.
Next one is
your elite.
Yep. All right, these guys are going to move 9 inches. So they're just going to run right up the middle.
These are your pulverizers.
Uh-huh.
Maybe one of mine, although I like you
Maybe.
completely going before me because that means okay. Oh, a boost.
Your boost.
Oh, the hardest decision right off the bat. I'm going to activate my Bladeburn Raiders. It's a toss-up between them and the Marshal, because the Marshal has an ability to, normally it can choose a core unit to give them Skirmisher, which lets them get a free move after they shoot. But as a boost, I could give it to an elite instead, so I could actually hand it to the Skimmers. Now I could just boost them and they gain Skirmisher as well. So they could get up there, take all their shots, and then leave. But they don't have point blank anymore, so it's less important for them. But there's also like the Vice Lord sitting out there in the open, not with stealth right now because they left all the comforts of home behind. But I don't know if I could really get into line of sight because these walls block line of sight. So really, let's do something stupid. I'll just admit it's stupid. That way when it turns out to be stupid, I am correct rather than not good at this game. So I will put on the Bladeburn Raiders. It gives them Swift, plus their pistols gain AP 1, which won't matter, because I'm about to charge a unit that has Armored 1, which means they ignore 1 level of AP. And I've already measured this out. Basically, the unit leader can go through that wall and end up right here for the charge. And we're probably just going to bounce off of these guys. But they've already gone, at least, which means I'll be able to tie them up for a turn. Now, you do have parry on your shields, or one of your guys, which gives me -1 to hit. But let's see what happens. We'll start with their pistols. So they have assault, so they can shoot when they charge. And -1, it'll be 7s to hit. 1. Oh no, 3. You ignore the AP, so 3 5-up saves. These guys have 3 wounds apiece, so you got to do pretty bad to lose a guy.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, the parry wouldn't have given them -1. That was shooting. So there was 2 6s in there. So 2 more saves for me, please. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. That will matter against the swords, so they'll be hitting on 6s with reaping 8+. That was actually a really good roll. 12 hits because of the reaping. So 5-up saves against these 2 because you ignore my AP 1. Golly, that was a good roll. Oh, actually, no, you lost 2 guys.
That's pretty bad.
You lost 2 guys plus a wound on another. And that's funny. It mathed out the way I thought it would. So 2 died, and you take a wound. That was a boost, which means you have to go next, whether you like it or not. Is that you? Not you? So we'll record this time and then maybe stop recording it in the future so that it's a little more interesting.
There we go.
There we go. What'd you get?
Commander.
The other commander back there, we got Necron Kel, where we're proxying a model for it because can't find it. We have it somewhere here. What are you going to do?
He's going to run up here.
Yeah, so just popping up 5 inches plus normally 6, it can go 9. Veil Touch Core. Activating your enforcers, what are they going to do?
They're going to move and shoot.
So move up there.
So they're going to come get this objective and then take some shots at whatever they can find.
Probably the drones out front of them. And then they'll fire down at the drones. They're going to hit on 6s, but every 6+ is 2 hits. 6s. You got 2 of them, so 4 hits.
Couple.
7 up. You killed both. 2 drones go down. Now we have my support, my Dragonfly. A Dragonfly is going to land over here, so it's a redeploy action, and then my second action is going to be to disembark the Guardians inside. Got our Guardians ready to take on whatever comes forward.
My support.
Veil Touch support. Got Abominations up here. They are super scary. So you're gonna have one of them move up, elected as the leader.
Yep.
And then the other ones will pop around, and then they're gonna look down at these drones and open up with their blast weapons, which means they'll have 21 shots. So thanks to range and cover, it's only 7s to hit, but there's 21 of them. Let's go ahead. And these are damage to AP2. But I'm not worried about the damage to, but the AP2 will hurt. Only 6 of them managed to get through. AP2 means that I will be at 8 up. Yeah, you just killed 5 more. That brings them down to 3, which does deplete them, so I owe you a leadership test. We got a 6-up leadership. Okay, pass it. That's good. Get to hold the objective. And then we've got your other core, or another core. Activating some fanatics in the back. They're going to run. Normally that'd be 9, but the Vice Lord gives them +2, so they'll be running 11. Trying to shield her from too much harm.
They're going to come return the favor and give her stealth again.
Yeah, so whenever a character's near another unit with at least 3 models, they gain stealth 6 inches, which means you can't shoot them more than 6 inches away. So now my commander. I'm going to activate my Marshal because he has an ability to hand out Skirmisher to a core unit within 12 inches. So I'll give the drones, or the droids here, Skirmisher. So that's why I want to activate him before I activate her, because if I activate her and then I get these guys activated, then I don't get to give them Skirmisher, so the order is going to matter here. So it's not an action to do this, it's just at the beginning of the activation. He's going to target them, and they get Skirmisher. And then he's going to do a move action to get within, I'm going to hopefully be within 8 inches of your fanatics there, and then fire his concussive grenade launcher at them. 8 shots thanks to Blast, hitting on 4s. 7-up defense on them. Should be easy to kill. Oh, you rolled really well. Only 2 of them died. I do have stun on that weapon though, so since I hit you, you owe me a leadership test, or you'll be a shaken. So 6 up. Hey, shaken. So you lost 2 models, which I wish it was more, and you're now shaken with them as well. And then we get your boost, finally. So you're gonna boost the sentries and give their scrap guns reaping. And then they gain Skirmisher as long as they stay within 12 inches of the Vice Lord over there, which allows them to get a free move after they shoot. Is your intent to keep moving up to that objective?
Yes.
Okay.
They're going to come over here, take some shots, and take the objective.
Okay, so shooting at what? The Guardians?
They're going to shoot at the Guardians.
Hitting on 7s, 8s are reaping. Yeah, that was actually impressive. You got 11 out of 10 shots because of that reaping. He rolled very high. So I only get a 5-up defense with these guys. They're more against, they're armored and parry. So this could actually really hurt them. They're 2 wounds apiece. And 1, oh, I'm gonna re-roll that one. So we got 1, oh, that was a 4. 1, 2, 3 of them die. Hey, so that is a leadership test, but also just losing 3 out of 5 of them. I don't have a way to bring them back. Leadership on them, 5+. We're good at least with that. So and then they get a free move, so Skirmisher. So this is 5 inches up, so which one's your leader? They're right there?
Yeah.
So you could, it's just the leader that moves, so you could do an inch and then 5 inches up to here, and then you could, it's also 5-inch coherency as well. Mm-hmm. So you just want to pop it up there. Nope, it was there that it'll be able to get to. There we are. And then the other ones have to go within 3 inches and 5 inches vertically. So you're grabbing that objective though. And it had to be me next. I got one of my core.
Yeah,
I'm going to activate my droids, who currently have Skirmisher. And basically what they're going to do is they're going to move, shoot at the fanatics, and then they get a free move. Now I just want this objective here. So essentially what's going to happen is I'm going to move up my 6, I'll be at medium range, and then I'll move again and end up just 3 inches away. So that's where I'll put the miniature right there, because that's all that really matters. And then I'll put the rest next to it. And then I'll take my shot. But the shot would be when it was in medium range. Shotguns, 10 shots, 7s to hit at this range. Only 2 of them, 7-up saves. And you even save one of those. Wow, your fanatics are tanking it, so 1 dies. And then we have your last core, the Valkyr. The Valkyrs. Yeah. Valkyrs are just gonna do a run move, just to cover some ground and get into line of sight blocking and cover. Oh, it's been a bloody first turn for first turns. It's only me left. I've still got a few units to go with, but you've managed to destroy the one I cared about most, which is the Guardians. So what am I going to do first?
Your core.
I will activate this unit. First I have to do a leadership test because they are depleted. 6+. Dang it! Now they're not holding that objective. So I only have 1 action because I'm shaken, which will just be to bring 2 models back. So 2 models get returned. That is the action of the unit leader. It's able to repair. Next up, we have an elite. I'm going to activate the skimmers because I do have 1 more boost token, right? I've only boosted 1 thing? Yeah. And I want to use it on the Guardians so they don't get shaken and unable to charge because that would suck. So I'm going to activate them. And they're just going to pop forward and do something. So they're going to pop up and then fire down at your fanatics. We're gonna hurt them, for goodness sakes.
Thank you.
10 shots, hitting on 6s, reaping 8+. Managed to get 9 of them through, and only have 8 up defense. Survive that, fanatics. Hey, there we go. You lose 5, 6, 7 of them. That's all of them. We got a unit kill there. And the Vice Lord is now exposed to the 2 remaining Guardians. Tony, I want my boost before my other elite. I'm not a fan of this random crap. I'd like to choose it. Thank you very much.
Who wrote these rules?
I know, who wrote these stupid rules? You didn't listen. Oh, it's going on the Guardians, which means they have to do a leadership test because they are depleted. It's a 5+ because they're elite, so I'll be fine, right?
Maybe.
Right? Yes, okay, good, thank you. We're gonna charge into your Vice Lord. You know what, I'm getting carried away. I got so excited to be able to charge that Vice Lord. I realized the better thing to do would be to go after your sentries because my weapons have stun. I'm not gonna be able to kill, maybe I'll kill a couple of your sentries if I'm lucky because they only have 2 attacks each.
Oh, but you saw through the distraction.
Yeah, that was a distraction Vice Lord. So I'm gonna charge here and then fight them because they're boosted though. So stunning won't matter. Oh, either way, I'll start to work at this side. I do have impact 1 on these guys, so 2 automatic hits, no AP. So 2 of them die. Well, you want to reroll that one, or do you like that? It's up to you.
It's 5.
Okay, so 2 of them die just from me smashing into them. And then I have 4 attacks hitting on 4s. And we got 3 more hits. So 1 hit at AP 1, so 8 up. Saved. And then 2 at AP 3, so 10s. So 2 of them die. Now, normally you'd owe me 2 different tests. Actually, no, you're not depleted yet. But they do have stun on their weapons, which means you'd owe me a leadership test, and it would be at -2 because they have fear, but you are boosted. And that would have been a big deal because I would have stopped you from holding this objective, but right now you're at 5 and I only have 2.
Holding on to it.
And actually I don't hold it at all because I have to be within 3 inches of it. I have one more. I have my commander, so it's whether you draw a boost or the commander first. I don't know if it matters too much because I'm pretty sure my commander is just going to hop on that objective. But
50-50.
What do we got? My commander. Just checked. I'm just out of range of charging the enforcers. Otherwise, I would have gone for them because she's actually pretty good in close combat. So instead, I'll use her to make up for this stun squad. They'll still give her stealth, so you have to get within 6 inches to shoot her, and we'll be able to grab that objective. That was actually an eventful first turn.
Very.
Yeah, usually there's a little bit that dies, and it's more positioning. But I lost, 7 drones and 2 came back, and 3 Guardians, which is a big deal. And you lost an entire unit of Fanatics, 2 Pulverizers. That's a big deal.
That is.
It's a bigger deal than losing the Guardians, I think. They look bigger, at least. And then a few sentries as well. So your one side has been taking quite the hit, but you've got a very solid other side, maybe?
Yeah, it's okay. That side's stacked.
It's stacked, that's right. I do get, so let's see for points. We get, I didn't have to hold that objective. I realize this now. Yeah, because it's not points per objective. Still, we both get 1 point for holding an objective. Neither of us get any points for holding more than half the objectives. And then I get 2 bonus points for killing more than you killed. Because I killed a unit and you didn't kill any. And so that brings the score to 3-1 for me. So I guess it doesn't matter because you couldn't charge anyways, but I would have realized afterwards that the number of objectives you hold doesn't matter unless it's more than half.
That does give me an extra boost token.
It does. I know, there's always that, you feel good about that after the first round, but I've often found that it still usually is a lot of work to catch up. So it's like here you go, here's an extra boost token, and then you better use it well. Well, not that you get to choose when you get to use it, just where. So that's the end of the first round, 3-1 for the Steel Specters. Now I always feel the most nervous about this pull, the very first pull of round 2, now that everybody's close to each other. Do the Bladeburn Raiders get a chance to fight again before the Pulverizers pulverize them? No, find out. Boost for the Veil Touch! Oh, that's not a good start. You're gonna use the boost on Kel and give him redeploy, but he has a special ability with his tentacles that when he redeploys, he can take somebody with him. And so he's gonna bring the Abominations with him.
Yes, he's gonna grab the Abominations and go that way.
Go all the way to this corner. Well, that's scary. Stay away. Jeez. Well, it was a boost, so at least I get to go next.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind a boost, perhaps, I think. What'd you give me?
Support.
Okay, I'll take that too, because that activates the Dragonfly, which is good. Because, that was one of your options for what to delete. Because right now he placed it so you can see them, but they're in heavy cover and more than 8 inches away, so that protects them a little bit. But the Dragonfly, on the other hand, is way out in the open. Lots of deliberation on where to go with the Dragonfly. In the end, I'm going to fly up here, and I'm going to fire into combat, which risks hitting my own guys, but it should be okay. Firing into combat is a -2 to hit, and 1s and 2s hit my own guys. So I'll be hitting on 7s. 8s are reaping. No 1s and 2s. Also not really good at hitting, though. 7-ups. It was actually another -1, but I didn't roll any actual 7s, so it didn't matter. What the heck? Did you just make 2 of those?
No, I made 1.
Oh, that's a 6.
Yeah.
You made 1. Brain. So 3 of them die. And that does deplete them. So you owe me a leadership test. Do have fear on the Guardians, so you owe me a 8-up leadership. 2.
Nope.
They are shaken. So now you're going to draw a commander, so I can give Skirmisher to the droids, and then you'll draw a core. And I mean mine. Let me specify. My commander, then my core. Go ahead.
We'll see.
What'd you get? Hey! So far, so good. You're going to make people suspect that we actually planned that. So I'll put it on the Marshal. He's going to hand Skirmisher at the beginning of his activation to the droids. Not a lot of choices here, or maybe too many choices. I'm going to pop up here and then just try to finish off this unit. We're going to use the skimmer cannons, the ones on the bike. So they'll be hitting on 4s. 8s are reaping.
Okay.
So we got 6 hits, 8-up saves. Let's finish off this unit. 1, 2, whoa, just barely. Just barely killed the sentries. That actually grabs the objective for me as well, although I was planning on jumping up there with the Guardians anyways. So just a reminder, Tony, now you need to draw core so they don't get destroyed from your abominations.
Not this time.
Core. You did it! Woo! My
There's a
two-part
lot
plan.
of tokens in here.
Yeah, my two-part plan worked. So we got a simple plan. We're gonna move up, point blank your Vice Lord, and then we're gonna skirmish that way. Away from scary, scary monsters. There's the first move. Nice thing about this game is I don't actually have to put all those guys up there because it's just measured from him, and then I'll move again, and that's when I'll move them. Point blank makes it 20 shots from their shotguns, just hitting on 6s, nothing special. Besides that there's 20 of them. We got 10 of them, 5-up saves. You got 6 wounds, so you should survive this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds. You got 1 left. You do owe me a leadership for getting depleted. 4-up leadership. Oh, she's shaken. Vice Lord goes down to 1 wound. This turns off her auras, which doesn't matter. Both the Fanatic or both the Dominaria units are dead, and then we're going to move the droids again. So they're going to end up all the way over there, way out of the line of sight. Now, one more thing I need you to do for me, Tony, just to complete my master plan of perfect activations. These guys are still at risk of getting killed by them, so I'd like you to draw either a boost or an elite token for me.
You
Okay?
mean my support?
Nope, I don't want your support or a boost for you. Hey, a boost!
It's worse.
So I am going to activate them, even though I'd like to put it on the drones to get them from being shaken. I think this is more important. I'm going to activate them, give them Skirmisher and Multi-Fire. And this is the leader right here. We're going to hop up here, fire down at your Vice Lord, and then we're going to just get away. You could take that objective. I think you can get to it with a run because they're leaderless, maybe. We'll see. So the first move will bring the unit to there, and I can just pop around because it's just the unit leader. We'll fire down, hopefully finish off your Vice Lord. Start with the Skirmisher cannons hitting on 5s. Well, I got 16 out of 10 hits. This is a broken game,
That's
right?
all I need to make.
AP1. Go ahead. All right, she's dead. That would have killed her at full health, I think. All right, she's gone. And then they're going to move again. And then they'll skirmish forward all the way over there. And the skirmisher thing on these units is fun for the Steel Specters. All right, now it has to be you.
Yeah. Now it has to be my support, right?
Yeah, now you'll try. That's me. Just keep going.
Hang on.
Okay. You do have your tokens in there, right? Oh, yeah, there they are. Elite. Okay, that's just the pulverizers. What's their plan?
They're gonna focus and fight.
Big hammers are going to hit on 3s. All their special rules don't matter because they're just crushing. So you got 5 hits. 5 of them got through. I have 6-up saves. Oh. I made them all.
Well,
The hammers do have fear, though, so I owe you up 6-up leadership. Hey, you stunned them at least.
got some.
And without any inspiring nearby, it is hard to unshake. And then you draw your core, which will be, well, actually you have your Valkyrs and your Enforcers.
I do.
Gonna activate the Enforcers. What is their plan?
The Enforcers are going to aim and shoot at the drones. With the +1.
5s to hit, 6s are reaping. Okay, so 6 hits, AP 1 means I have a 7-up save. 1, oh, I rolled really well there. Only 3 died. And there's only 2 left though. My elite, which... Oh, I do have
Guardians.
That'll activate the Guardians. I do need to take a leadership test on a 5+ because they are below half, they're depleted. Oh, they're shaken.
Got him.
So I only get 1 action, so I will just do a move. I'll be on the objective, but I'll be shaken, so I won't be holding it. Well, let's clarify. I am holding the objective, but they are not contesting it. And then we have my core. So both my core units are shaken, but if I were to draw a boost token, I'd rather unshake the Bladeburn Raiders. Maybe? I don't think it matters too much, because all it does is prevents an action, which would just be like focusing. So, but I would like, yeah, so you know what? I think I'd rather unshake them to make sure we really hold that objective, because then I can hold, oh wait, no, I'm not holding this one anymore. So I'm not going to be holding 3. So it's not going to matter a huge amount at this point, just because of the point we are at in this turn. So I will activate, I say that and then I'm not sure what to do. So I will activate these guys. So I'll try to unshake them first, and then if I only have 1 action, I'll just bring back 2 guys. So we're looking at an 8-up leadership, because they are already shaken, it's -2. Yeah, staying shaken, so we'll just heal 2 of them. So bring 2 of them back, which will provide stealth to my leader. And you draw next a commander. At this point, she is going to charge forward. So we got a 12-inch charge, so I'm just going to pop. Actually, I'm going to try to pop right there. I'm going to double check the measurement of that.
Okay.
She has 2 impact, or impact 2, so you owe me 2 saves. What's your save normally?
6 up.
So 6 up. You're fine. Then I get to shoot the pistol at you as it has assault, hit on 3s. They both hit. Okay. These are damage 2, AP 2, so 8-up saves, killing an enforcer with each shot. Ouch. 2 of them die from that. Sword has the same profile except it has reaping, so 3s to hit reaping. Oh golly, so that's 5 hits. This might just wipe the squad. 8-up saves. Well, yeah, they're dead. Oh, that was pretty good. She just wiped out that squad on the charge, taking that objective. And then we have my elite, which I don't have any because I boosted them, which would leave us to your boost.
My boost.
Activating the Valkyries, what's their boost?
The Valkyries are going to boost to give their swords piercing.
And then they are going to charge around the corner. They have the option as well to give their pistols stun, but they're charging a unit that is boosted, which means it won't care about leadership tests. And in they go. And then they're going to swing to kill. 6 attacks hitting on 5. 6s are reaping and piercing. Ooh.
Nice.
That's good. So you got 10 hits that are piercing.
I got their pistols
Piercing, so we've got 8-up saves. Oh, did pretty well.
That's pretty good
so you
too.
killed 1, 2, you still killed 3 out of 5 of them, but you have your pistols as well. The 6 more shots, just hitting on 6s. Nothing special. So we got 3 more. 5-up saves. Oh, killed another one.
There we go.
So that's 4 dead. Oh, you killed 4 out of 5 of them. That's a pretty good hit. Now you can close the gap with your leader. So your leader goes to the shortest distance possible, and then they all just cohere. You can't engage anybody else in combat, though.
Yep.
So you just got to kind of huddle around the leader. So I have to be next. I'm waiting for you to draw a boost. There thank you. All right, put it on those Bladeburn Raiders, which will auto-unstun them, but I can't use their boost ability. One of their boosts is redeploy, so I could have swung and then redeployed away. That would have been cool. Okay, so you have parry, so we're back to hit on 5s, reaping 8. 9 hits, 5-up saves. You got 6 more wounds in that unit, 3 wounds apiece. 1, 2, 3. Why don't you reroll that one? That one is weird. So one of them already dies. It's not in the tray, it does not count. Get it in the Adepticon tray. This tray brought to you by Adepticon. So we got 1 dead and another one takes a wound. Oh, and they were already wounded, so that actually brings that guy down to 1 last wound. Almost wiped the squad. Pulverizers did not get to fight their ideal target. They like to go for multi-wound targets with their crushing hammers. Okay, so that's all my guys, so it's just you. You got your commander's already gone. So you have your other, or dead.
Yeah, that's right. Dead.
And commander's already dead.
No, that one's boosted.
That was a booster, yeah, there we go. And then we have core, which are done.
Dead.
Or boosted, because the other one actually already went.
Yep.
And there's a core.
Okay.
You do have another boost token in there, right?
That's...
Yeah.
Okay.
What did you get?
Not
Is there another token in there?
There's one more.
Okay, so you did have a 50-50 chance to boost.
Yeah.
Abominations, sad for not having great targets, are going to move. They are leaderless, so they can really take advantage of that extra movement. And then they're going to fire up at him, the Marshal.
Yep, at the Marshal.
So hitting on 6s, 8s are piercing. These things are devastating. Ow.
That's good.
If I fail all 3 of these saves, I'm dead. I was actually pretty lucky that's all you got. So you got 1 7-up save and 2 9-up saves. 7-up. Failed. 9-up. Oh, he's alive with 2 wounds left. But you might take him off the objective, because I owe you leadership for getting depleted. We're looking at a 4-up here. Oh!
Okay.
All right, you might not have killed him, but you shook him. That's leaving a lot of shaking over here. Everything is activated. That was a bloody turn. And I don't mean that in the swearing in English. I mean that's a lot of dead veil touched. Like, you've killed a bit, but you haven't killed a single unit completely yet. Although you're getting there. And you still have scary abominations. And, oh, there should be one of those pulverizers dead. There's still 2 of them over there. Hold on, was there?
There were 3 before.
Oh, there were 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you owe me a leadership then.
Did we not do the leadership?
No, because I thought we were already down. So they should be a 5-up leadership, because they are elites. So 5-up leadership. Stunned.
Nope.
Hey, so yeah, they are shaken. Either way, it doesn't matter too much. They're not on an objective. So by shaking me, you took me off this objective. I was going to get a bonus point for taking it from you. Now it's owned by nobody, and so we're not going to get any points. Same thing for this one, because it's whoever owned. If you take it from them, if they owned it at the beginning of the round.
Yeah, because I could have ran and done that there, but I was hoping to take him out completely.
Yeah, either way, you shook him. So his ability to hand out skirmisher is an aura, which means it shuts off when he's shaken. So it's going to be hard, because I'm shaken like on all the objectives except for the one. So I get 1 point for holding this objective. I get another point for taking that objective. So that's 2 points. I do not hold this one because they're shaken. And you hold no objectives. And I get 2 points for killing more than you. That puts me at a solid 7-1 lead.
Yep.
So...
Only halfway through the game, though.
Yeah. We only got 2 more turns. I'm sure it'll be fine. So let's go to round 3. Round 3 fight.
All right.
Go ahead and draw the first one. I'm not going to tell you what to draw anymore.
Okay.
It felt mean to just call perfect strategies of randomness.
Turn 2 was a bit of a story.
Yeah, I'll say. And, oh, it's my boost.
Here we go again.
Yay. Okay, droids, you don't have skirmisher on right now, but we're going to boost you, which is going to give their close combat weapons reaping and their shotguns assault. And we're just going to charge into your Valkyrs.
Okay.
20 shots in the shotguns, hitting on 6s. 10 6-up saves. So we got 1, 2, 3 dead so far. And then the close combat weapons, 5s to hit, reaping 9. 9 more hits, no AP, 6-up saves. There's 3 of them left with 2 wounds each. 1, 2 and a half. You got 1 left with 1 wound. So you got 1 left with 1 wound. That's a leadership test. 6 up on a core. Oh no, 5 up with the banner. They're fine. Well, not shaken. Well, you get to go next no matter what. What'd you get? Mine.
1 of yours.
All right.
1 of yours.
1 of mine. 1 of mine. I got a lot in there. Hey, what do you get? Support. So your abominations.
Beat the droids.
So we're basically going to do abomination. We'll grab objective. Other ones will pop out here. Get within short range of those droids and then fire. Well, 24 shots hitting on 7s because you're fighting into close combat. 1s and 2s will hit your own Valkyr with 1 wound left. Probably going to kill the Valkyr.
That's okay.
That's all right. It's worth it, right? Yahtzee. So you got lots of hits, but you also hit your own Valkyr 6 times. Let's do your 6 first. Can you make 6 8-up saves? Nope. Wow, you did well.
Almost.
So your 1 Valkyr tied to the carnage. Then I've got 10 8-up saves. I made 2, 3 of them. So you killed 7 out of 10.
Okay.
Only 3 of them left after that carnage. No leadership test needed because I'm boosted.
Next up,
We got
your commander.
my commander. We're going to try to finish off this pulverizer with my OP Eclipse Enforcer. We're going to charge down here. Whoa, there goes the focus. 2 5-up saves right off the bat from impact. Well, it kills the one, injures the next. So 1 dies, the other one goes down to 2 wounds, which is important because all the rest of my attacks are 2 damage. Got a pistol hitting on 3s, 2 hits. You ignore the AP2, 5-up saves. Alive so far. With your parry, I'll hit on 4s, reaping 8. So we got 3 hits. Got to make all 3 5-up saves, otherwise you're dead. You're dead. Just barely though. Yeah, we got him. That wiped that squad. Yeah, all you really have left is your leader, right?
Yep.
Hey, there he is.
There he is.
Not much you can do back here. You can basically run 9. You just want to kind of close in right here.
Yep.
Or like hide, or
Towards the objective.
yeah, but hiding, so I don't shoot you. Well, you're all done.
Yep.
In more ways than one. What do I get to do? My support. I'm going to aim my Dragonfly and fire at your abominations. Hitting on 4s, reaping 8. 5 up saves. Oh, you're fine. 1 wound.
1.
I have Skirmisher, so we'll pop up. Crap, this, I could totally fit there. I'm not nervous about that at all. It's my objective. I think at this point we can call it. My Blade Burn Raiders, whenever they are activated, will jump on there. These guys, I don't know if they'll be unboosted or unstunned or not because of whether or not I get a boost token on them. Doesn't really matter. Because the score is 7-1 right now. Mm-hmm. You didn't even kill a unit, and I killed, and your Valkyries died though, so I'm going to get another 2 points for that.
Yep.
So it'll be a 9-1, 10-1. So the score will be 10-1.
They'll get a point.
Oh, sorry, 10-2. My bad.
Yeah. But that's all they can do.
Yeah, and even if you manage to somehow land on, like he redeployed onto another objective that I used to own, which would get you another bonus point, and let's say you manage to kill more than me, that would get you 4 points at most.
Right.
So there's actually no way for you to win this. But that's interesting. So good game, first off.
Good game.
Let's do that. And then let's have a bit of a discussion. And then just so you guys know, we will be making more discussion videos, more in-depth discussion videos that will go on the Ravaged Star channel. And so you can go and check that out. I'll put all the links below. But if I do forget, you go to youtube.com/@RavageStar. And you can watch all those there. Subscribe there if you're interested in Ravaged Star, because that's where we put extra exclusive, more like behind the scenes stuff, just discussion videos, developer diaries, things that don't really match to go on the main channel of MiniWarGaming, but are of interest to those interested in Ravaged Star.
Kids up.
So let's do our shorter post-game show and talk about the changes that we made, and also how you feel about maybe not things that are changed, but things that we witnessed today. So I'll let you you pick 1 or 2 things that you'd like to point out and say, yeah, that worked the way we wanted it to, or boy, that's overpowered or underpowered, we should fix that. So why don't you go first?
Okay. I think a lot of the changes that we made were a lot of fun. Like I think the Steel Specters felt a lot more like they had an identity than before. And the skirmishing was one of them. Especially, so the Dragonfly being able to pop in wherever it wants to with the advanced deploy and drop troops off, I thought was really cool and a lot of fun.
I agree.
As far as something that might be overpowered, droids with their shotgun gaining assault and the melee weapons gaining a boost when they boosted, and then being able to charge in and use all of that, I think was probably a bit much.
What would you change it to? Because I agree.
Probably just not give their assault shotguns assault, because that's already their strong point, is their shotguns and getting in point blank range. So then letting them do that on an assault, I think is a lot, because that was 20 extra dice on top of the melee attacks.
I agree. Because right now, let's see. What is their other boost? I think it's to bring more guys back, right? Yeah, it's to heal. So they can always, with an action, bring 2 of their guys back. And then as a boost, they could bring back 5. And the other one, I was trying to, and so I agree. I don't like this boost. Because as we've seen, their shotguns are already good. We don't need to make them better. So I would almost completely rework that boost. So we'll have to talk afterwards about a new boost we can give them that will be interesting. And that will be Steel Spectre. Now, we have tried to make a division of robots and not robots. Not completely that way, because you have like the Telrathi Guardians and Veterans that are kind of their own thing, and the Skimmers and everything. They're kind of like a 3rd classification. So I wouldn't want to give them something Skirmisher. Like they gain Skirmisher because of the Marshal, not because of some inbuilt thing.
Yep.
So like Skirmisher and Redeploy and Stealth, that's more like the non-robots, whereas the robots are more about healing and maybe punching harder kind of thing, maybe. But the healing being a big part, like those droids coming back repeatedly. Like you've killed them over, you've killed them at least once over.
Yeah, killed the unit.
Yeah, but they kept coming back, and that was annoying. But they never really did anything afterwards because they stayed stunned. So yeah, so we'll have to figure out a new boost ability for them. I agree. So yeah, I actually agree with both of those assessments. I loved the Dragonfly coming in and dropping off troops. And it can be very powerful if it happens at the end of the turn, because then you don't have any way to really react. But as you saw, it's not perfect because those Guardians got shot down before they had a chance, because now they're in the front lines, and one solid roll just whittled them down. You're still able to do some decent work, but not as much as they could have. I feel, so the Bladeburn Raiders felt right. I liked them. They had a right amount of damage output and abilities. Yeah, I'd say they felt right. The drones, we don't really have much to say about them because they managed to sit and hold, but not really hold an objective because they stayed stunned. So they didn't really do anything. The Eclipse Enforcer, that captain, or that leader right there, she feels a little much for being just a solitary commander that can already hand out scout at the beginning. The fact that she could just pretty much delete a squad of Veil Touch Enforcers with ease.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, that felt like a little much. So I don't know if that means we just have to dial down her number of attacks. It might just be as simple as that. But what do you think? What would you do to kind of fix her? Or do you think she needs fixing, first off?
Not necessarily fixing, just that I think needs a little tuning down. So I'd look at the attacks or the damage that she does, because I like that she's a good combat leader, or commander, but I don't think that she should be able to take out a squad of Veil Touch Enforcers or Valkyrs or that level of damage output.
Yeah, I'm wondering, because she's damaged 2 AP too, so I'm wondering if just dropping the AP and making her focus more on like reaping, because she's got a sword, and typically when we have a sword, I try to make them more a reaping thing, whereas hammers tend to be more crushing, that kind of idea. And then piercing could be swords, depends on how powerful the unit's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So it could be as simple as just changing her to damage 1, and then actually increasing her attacks by like 1, like making it 5 attacks at damage 1 rather than 4 attacks damage 2. But it's interesting because the moment you do that, she might be useless, because now she'll only kill 2 or 3 enforcers rather than the entire thing, and now it's not worth charging. So it's an interesting like balance in where you want to put her. So we'll have to look at her stats too and do some tweaking. Now it's important not to knee-jerk react in every single game you play, but sometimes things are just glaringly obvious. Like it's like, okay, yeah, geez. Because what happens is I've written all these rules over the course of a year. So sometimes there's even power creep in my own head without realizing it. And I'm just one rules writer. So you imagine if there's teams and how that can happen too, that I can forget. So even seeing the Veil Touch play and seeing their stat lines, I'm like, oh yeah, I did make them that way. That they had, because they kind of have wonky stats because of the number of models in each unit. So just trying to figure out where to tune that to make sense for everybody else. But so I'm glad I played against the Veil Touch because they're the oldest rules I've written. So it's nice to see where I've put things between like version 1 and version 4, essentially, of writing faction rules.
Yeah, because those were the only really big things that stood out. Like the rest of it,
the skimmers acted fine. You're happy with the skimmers?
Yeah, I was happy with them because they did a lot. But then when I was able to finally shoot at them and get shots on them, they went down.
Oh yeah, they're glass cannons for sure. Yeah.
So I tried to bring a list that would test the maneuverability of the Steel Specters, and so I was happy that they didn't get outmaneuvered by this list.
Right.
And so the rest of the things on how it went, it could come down to a lot of things. We just have to play more games.
Yeah, there's dice rolls too. Like I could just spike a dice roll and be like, oh, that's so powerful.
Yeah.
But it's more like when you look at stats and you can see the problem before you even roll dice. But it has to be obvious, because sometimes you think there's a problem, but there's really not.
Yeah, because those were the cases where we mentioned that before we rolled the dice.
Yeah, so the Abominations, for example, every time I look at their stat lines, I'm always like, oof, that's too good. Do you think they're too good?
No, I don't think they're too good, because, and this is just my experience, but when you use them, they do have that potential to spike, but you have to spike the dice to get that spike.
It's usually lots of dice, but it's not like they're hitting on 2s.
Yeah.
Reaping 6+, that kind of thing.
And their blast weapon, you have to shoot at a big unit to get that advantage out of that.
Yeah, and when the fact that you're getting so many shots is because you're shooting at units of 8 or 10.
Yeah.
And that was their ideal target, so they just had a good lineup. Because you saw that they all fired up at an 8-wound character and didn't kill them.
Right.
Because their dice actually did kind of crappy, because you needed 6s, but you rolled a lot of 5s.
Yeah, I rolled low and you rolled high on the defense on that one.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, no, they're scary to look at, but I know that if something wanted to concentrate on killing them, it could, because they're only 4 wounds a pop. Like they're big models, and so they are rather imposing looking. But when it comes down to their stats, they have good damage output and decent survivability. But in the end, there's only 12 wounds there on a 5-up save. So you can chew through that. Just like you saw the Bladeburn Raiders punch up to a unit much stronger than them.
Yes.
But that unit wasn't designed to kill a bunch of little guys. It was designed to kill bigger guys. So, okay, awesome. Thanks for the game. We're going to have a good, longer discussion. That'll be probably already on the Ravaged Star channel by the time this comes out, so we'll make sure it's a spoiler-free discussion. And so go check that out. Thanks so much for watching, and check all the links up below for our Kickstarter and everything else. Thanks for watching again. I said that, what, 3 times now? Thanks for watching, and happy wargaming. Thanks for watching. Happy wargaming. Thanks for watching.